I think that it is imperative the Democratic Party wake up and get past their dislike of Donald Trump, the President Trump, and their feelings of international conflicts going on. This is about national security. This is about what is possible in the Middle East. This is about being a good neighbor, good partner to the Gulf states and what their aspirations are. I am a Democrat. I have been a huge Democrat. I am incredibly disappointed with my party. I do not see myself in them in this moment.
This is an unconstitutional war. It's an illegal war. He didn't go to Congress. He didn't go to the UN. I don't have any confidence that Donald Trump has any sort of plan. Maybe he has concepts of a plan, but he does not have any sort of plan.
Just to mention the other presidents that have gone in without congressional approval of Biden, Obama, Clinton, George H.W. Reagan. Yeah. So I would be more upset that Congress has ceded this power than mad that the president didn't check with Congress.
Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get notifications anytime I go live and make a video. Y'all already know what to do. Let's get into this. Let's get to Scott Jennings because he's one of my favorite people online. Scott Jennings, we have two clips from Scott Jennings. Roll the first one, 106.
It is going to have some impact on the economy of China because that's where they get their oil from Iran. And what we did in Venezuela, what we did in China, what we did in Iran has as much to do with China, I think, as anything. I also want to say, may God rest the souls of those troops. But they died in a noble cause. And as Buddy said, 47 years, Americans are dead, the largest state sponsor of terrorism in the world. I totally disagree with you about the threat not being imminent. I spoke to senior, very senior administration officials yesterday. They believe that the Iranian regime was about to fire ballistic missiles, not at the United States, but into U.S. military bases and civilian targets. They were going to attack Israel. They are already attacking other Gulf states.
You can't make the case back then. Apparatus has assessed that there was not an imminent threat.
I know. My guess is I've spoken to higher-ranking officials than you. On the uranium enrichment, the United States offered them free, unlimited, lifetime, civilian-grade nuclear fuel. They said no. They had given us the runaround about their intentions on enriching uranium for military purposes. How long do you want to wait? Death to America? Death to Israel? How long do you want to wait? We waited 47 years. We have crossed every red line. Every president says they want to do something about it. Only Donald Trump had the guts to do it. You said you're not shedding any tears for the regime, but you appear just not to like Donald Trump enough to be mad about it. This is a good thing.
He's the guy who's going to bring peace and not start wars.
Yeah, and he is bringing peace. Iran has been at war with us for 47 years. The central pillar of the regime is death to America. The other pillar is death to Israel, who is our ally. They have been at war with us. They have been killing American personnel and American soldiers for nearly 5 decades. This is not an attempt to start a war. This is an attempt to prevent further conflict. This is an attempt to get the largest state sponsor of terror off the field. This is an attempt to stabilize the Middle East. I don't view this, Ashley, as starting a war as much as ending the people who are the preeminent terror threat in the world. They're at war with everybody. They're at war with us, and they're at war with Western civilization.
Now that, okay, so this is a serious question because we have seen regimes.
When I look at that wig and that weave piece, I know she's going to say something stupid. See, y'all got to understand that weave and all that perm is messing with your brain. Because ain't no way, just every time she talk is something nonsensical. I'm gonna let her play, but how can you deny what Scott Jennings just said? Like, this is why I'm a conservative and I'm a Republican. Because when I listen to what these people say over on this side, on the left, it doesn't make any sense. It's just, I hate Trump, and I'm going to regurgitate talking points to say that he's a bad person. Then when I listen to Scott Jennings articulate very clearly why we're going after Iran, there's evidence that he's presenting, there's precedent that he's presenting, and it's very clear across the world that all nations that are reasonable agree and are in conjunction with America as we attack Iran. You don't see any major nation out here disagreeing with the strikes against Iran, do you? The president of UK just came out yesterday and said we're in lockstep. The UAE is in lockstep. Israel is in lockstep. What nation out there that's an ally of the United States of America that's coming out saying that they disagree with what Donald Trump did? No, they're not. They got their planes in the sky and they're participating. But these nut jobs had to say something bad about Trump. Let the wig piece talk. Roll the clip.
Fall and countries not be stabilized. And so what's next?
Well, gosh, I don't know. I mean, what if we leave a country that for the next 47 years kills Americans, kills American personnel, funds terror around the world? That's what we have now. That's what we couldn't have it any worse now. What comes next?
We couldn't.
We actually don't know.
We don't know, actually.
That the Iranian people rise up and take control of their country.
We don't know.
Absolutely. It is up to the Iranian people to make that decision.
Yeah, these people, it's fun. It's just so funny. The optimism when Donald Trump is not involved in the same conflict. If this was a Democrat in office and they did the same thing Trump did, they would be literally, you would see them on TV crying. He's the greatest president. I swear to God, the same scenario with a different person will cause them to have a different reaction. I'll let you guys know if you're looking for an energy drink, I drink this every day. And I drink the night drink. I don't get to do the night drink every day. I should because I'm not consistent, but I drank it last night and it gave me incredible energy. So if you're looking for quality energy and you're looking for quality sleep, Shinergylife.com, Shinergylife.com, you can scan the QR code, look at the reviews. Don't believe me. And if somehow you get Shinergy and it doesn't work for you, we'll give you 100% refund. We'll give your money back. That's how confident we are in Shinergy. Here's another clip from Scott Jennings. Then we're going to get on to the F-15 being shot down. We're going to skip over the F-15. We're going to jump to Austin shooting after this next Scott Jennings clip. And then I'm going to get to a couple other things, and we'll come back around to the F-15 shot down. I'll just tell you right now, it appears that I think one of the soldiers that was flying the plane that was shot down survived. They got video of him in the back of some car that they rescued him because he parachuted out. So I'll just give you some context there. Here's another Scott Jennings clip. Thank God for Scott Jennings. This dude is like, I don't know what the award is for journalists. Is it Pulitzer Award or whatever they call it? I can't remember the name. But he should win that award. This dude is the most consequential journalist to ever live, in my opinion. Wrote a clip.
Congressman Thomas Massey also writing, "This is not America first." Do they have a point?
No, they don't have a point, and I don't consider them to be actual Republicans, and I don't consider them to be part of the America First or MAGA movement, to be honest with you. They are basically allied against Donald Trump on everything, whether it's foreign affairs or domestic policy. They've just become political enemies of the President of the United States, no matter what he does. And that's unfortunate, but she quit, and he's about to lose in a primary in Kentucky. So that'll be the end of that. If I may, you mentioned what's the justification, and I think it's a fair question. And Karen raised some questions that need to be answered, and I'm sure they will answer them. But look, over 47 years, hundreds of American troops have been killed by the Iranian regime and its proxies. And I talked to senior administration, very senior administration officials today. They had intelligence that the regime was going to fire missiles into U.S. military and civilian targets. They were still enriching uranium. They would not give up on that. We had a lot of justification to do this. They tried diplomacy. Iran wouldn't do it. The president acted to save American lives. That was the justification.
We need to have their rebuttal next time, because I don't know what could be said against what Scott Jennings just presented. There's nothing there. Here goes some Democrats torching other Dems on CNN. Wrote a clip.
I think that it is imperative the Democratic Party wake up and get past their dislike of Donald Trump, the President Trump, and their feelings of international conflicts going on. This is about national security. This is about what is possible in the Middle East. This is about being a good neighbor, good partner to the Gulf states and what their aspirations are. This is about supporting the people of Venezuela. This is about dismembering our relationship with, or not dismembering, but resetting our relationship with China. Right now, 55% of the oil production that Iran produces goes to China despite sanctions. You want to support the people of Ukraine. You want to end that war. You have to. There is no getting around dismembering this Islamic Republic. It is non-negotiable. It is not a want to have. It is a have to have. And it's not just for the Iranian people. I think you have to trust the Iranian people. We know this government better than anyone else. When you dismember and decapitate this regime, you are going to see a change in the Middle East, in Venezuela, in China, in Ukraine. And I think, quite frankly, their ideology has it's caused a lot of problems for us worldwide. We need to take it seriously. And I think at this point, we have a tremendous opportunity. This will be like ending the Soviet Union, the Berlin Wall. This is a transformational moment for humankind, for security. And as an American, this is in our interest to complete it. So I am a Democrat. I have been a huge Democrat. I am incredibly disappointed with my party. I do not see myself in them in this moment.
Good. Who is this? I want to interview this person. We can go and find out who this woman is, because what she said encapsulates almost everything that I think about this entire situation. Like, people are looking at Iran as if it's a war against Iran instead of the liberation of the people. Same thing in Venezuela. Oh, we don't have the right to go in there. It's the liberation of Venezuelan people from the fake governments. And then we get a benefit. We'll get that oil and we'll run it up. Because if we don't get the oil and run it up, Russia gonna get the oil, or China's gonna get the oil, and they gonna run it up. And you clowns in America are gonna be crying about why our country is at the bottom of the totem pole. I don't get it, but I like that lady. Y'all, my staff can hear me. I want to find who she is, and I want to interview her, because it's interesting to hear a person who's a Democrat that's saying that. And it's not that I like to listen to her because she's disagreeing with Democrats and I'm a Republican. It's that she's articulating something that makes incredible sense. And I can't imagine anybody disagreeing with her. Marco Rubio, our future president, I want y'all to hear what he had to say about the Iranian strikes. Clip 105, roll the clip.
But if what they want is a secret program buried in the mountain where no one can see it and inspectors can only come when they say they can come, if that's what they want, then they're going to have big problems, because this is a dangerous, violent, radical regime. Not the Iranian people. We have no problem. We didn't hit Iranian people last night. We hit nuclear facilities. And if what they want is some secret program that looks nothing like the civil nuclear programs around the world, it looks a lot like you're trying to build a bomb, they're going to continue to have problems, not just with us, but with many other countries in the world.
Problems like what? What do you mean?
Like the problems they're facing right now. Listen, why do we have bases in Saudi Arabia and Kuwait and Qatar and UAE? All of those bases are there to help protect those countries from Iran. Why did Hezbollah exist? Because of Iran. What does Hamas exist? Because of Iran. How do the Houthis exist? Because of Iran. Who built the IEDs that maimed and killed American soldiers in Iraq? Iran. They're behind every problem in this region. They are the sole source of instability in the entire Middle East, and the world's been paying a price for this for 40-something years. Imagine those people having a nuclear weapon, just one nuclear weapon, or even the capability to being on the threshold of having a nuclear weapon. That's what the world was facing. That is unacceptable. President Trump did the world a favor last night, and now Iran should sort of wake up, the Iranian regime should wake up and say, okay, if we really want nuclear energy in our country, there's a way to do it. That offer's still there. We're prepared to talk to them tomorrow and start working on that. Steve Woodcock has traveled extensively around the world trying to reach that deal with them, but they play too many games. They play way too many games, and now they found out.
Hey, bro, I'm going to vote for you, bro. I'm going to vote for him, man. I like what he just said right there. They effed around and found out. I don't know how people in America has become so weak and wussified. This is the way we do things around the world. If you're not going to do what we ask you to do, we're going to kill people. I don't understand how we're lost on that. This is not a game. This is not a video game, bro. This is not you're not playing Fortnite. This is real deal stuff. If you can't listen to what America is telling you to do, we're going to make you find out. It's not that hard. And in the world that we live in, of course, I don't want any violence. I don't want people to have to lose their lives. I don't want Soleimani and all these people to die. But you decide to die. We didn't decide to kill. You decided you wanted to die. If you want to participate and do what's right, we'll let you live in peace and harmony. But if you're a threat to the United States of America and our people and our way of life, we will kill you. What are we saying here? If you're lucky in Venezuela that we decided to escort you out while all of your troops are throwing up and dying next to you, you're lucky that we gave you that opportunity. We have created a wussified nation where people think we supposed to rub the backs of these foreign terrorists and hope that they do the right thing. That's not the parenting style that we are operating under. We whoop your butt in this environment. If you don't act right, you get a whooping. We're not going to talk to you 100 times and give you timeouts. You're going to get a whooping. All right.